I am always talking with people about the importance of using their voice, standing up for themselves, and seeking information, asking questions. So with that, let's go ahead and get to our questions. The first question comes from Susan. And Susan asks, after the initial shock of your diagnosis, were you worried about limited treatment options and specialists? And then what was your next step?
Was I worried? Well, I was just generally anxious because, it's this thing of not being in control of one's body, and having to surrender that control to another person. So that's the scary bit for me. And then I did something a little bit stupid in hindsight, because it was the early days of the internet then. I did Dr. Google. Not a good plan. Because particularly in the very early days, there was some really, really sort of dreadful prognosis, almost sort of go off and write your will, which of course here I am 30 years on. And so I think that I would be very cautious even now in using Dr. Google. I would go to safe sites where they're medically monitored, because I think, a little knowledge can be very dangerous.
That is so true. And I just want to highlight that because, in medicine, we often kind of jokingly talk about Dr. Google, but it really is a phenomenon. And while, there's this balance, right, of patients with rare diseases being able to find information and empower themselves. But then, as you mentioned, Nona, a lot of the information on the internet has not been vetted. Some of it is not scientifically accurate. And it can literally have you pulling your hair out, as you read these accounts and start to really create more worry as opposed to creating action steps. So I appreciate you sharing that.